All right, everybody. How are we all doing today? Tonight, this evening, this morning, wherever you are, whenever you happen to be watching this, I hope you're having a good day. I saw a saying one time, instead of saying have a good day, have a nice day, it said make it a great day. I think there's a bit of truth to that, right? If we want it to be a good day, we can make it a good day. So if you're watching this holocron, make it a great day. Decide to have a great day. Fellhammer's in the house. My buddy, my partner for the Glurmit discussion. That was fun, Fellhammer. I hope you had fun doing that. I thought that was a fun little chat. Well facilitated by Mr. Glurmit. If y'all haven't seen that, go over and check out Glurmit's channel. Me and Fellhammer did a little talk show with him. GLURMIT. He's got some interesting ideas about the game, some things he's looked at. I'm not sure if I'm bought into the Young Han hype yet, but maybe I'll get there. Treya says, hello from downstairs. Well, hello to your downstairs, too. Yeah. We learned last time that DL doesn't drink, but Treya does, maybe a lot. No, my wife has this thing where, like, once every 4 or 5 years, she'll get really drunk one night, and then she'll remember why she doesn't do that, and then it'll be years before she gets drunk again. Yeah. Yeah, my wife is more like a glass of wine type of lady. Yep. Danny Eddie, hello there, bro. How you doing, man? My best weekend days are when I can do something productive and get some relaxation, but the key is a mix of both. Excuse me, guys. Something in my throat. Kyber Soze is in the house. Zurin says he gave R9 to Han, Young Han yesterday. All right, well, he has a Relic 9 Young Han. Darth Treya's applauding margaritas. Yeah, so the topic for the day is Datacrons. We'll talk a little bit about Datacrons, and I'll get you guys' opinion on it, what the long-term outlook is for Datacrons, but I have a fairly, let's say, pragmatic view on it, but it's not a positive one for my play style. So it's definitely, you could see that the Datacrons that are purpose-built for specific characters have a big effect on the game. An even bigger effect in 3v3, because if you're affecting a single character in that way, and there's only 3 characters to be had, and one of the characters gets super powerful, it's pretty busted. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about Datacrons today, where you guys see this going, and more or less what this means for account building, because once it's in the game, we either have to decide to take advantage of it or ignore it, and ignoring it doesn't seem like a good answer. So, we'll have to think about what's the best way to take advantage of the Datacron system and at least bend it to our will as much as possible. Thanks to your advice, I will make a Geo team and a Jawa team. The Geo team I'm on board with. The Jawa team, I don't know. I don't know if that advice would have come from me for a Jawa team. That advice came from somebody else. David Klein said, looking forward to the stream. I just went to the Discord wondering if you had already streamed. It just started as I logged on. All right. With Datacrons, CG will stop buffing characters. They will rely on Datacrons to do that. It will make them more money. Datacrons is for Kyber 1. Until then, I don't care. I think you should farm Datacrons in Conquest once you max out. Treya says, get the lightsabers, and then she'll return to housekeeping, which she hates. I can confirm that. I can confirm the hatred of housekeeping. Her lightsaber turns red when she has to clean the house. Definitely true. All right. So do we want to talk about Datacrons now, or do we want to wait a little bit to do that discussion? So here's here's what I'm piecing together out of it. When Conquest is on, and especially once you're in hard Conquest, you need to do repeated battles for the main quest lines. And the fact that you can do those repeated battles on a node for Datacron materials is quite beneficial. So the Sith Empire battles, a full squad of Old Republic. Don't judge me, guys. I'm doing horrible in Conquest. I haven't really had time to focus on it. So, like these Old Republic battles, I needed to have been doing some of those every day, and I really haven't gotten it going. So yeah, I'll do poorly in Conquest this time because I just haven't had the time for it. But you need those Old Republic battles, and you can come in here to this end node, and any time that you have to repeat battles for a quest, you could come in here. We'll pick our Old Republic squad, and we can get a quest completion here. And while the materials that come out of here aren't, they're not game breaking what you're going to get out of here, but you're definitely better off doing your quests on these nodes if you can at all, because then you get stuff for free that you wouldn't normally have. So in that sense, it's a pretty good benefit, right? We can actually just put this on auto and we'll kill all these bounty hunters. You just have to win a battle with Old Republic, so it doesn't even matter if you, let's say, have people die. It's all fine. Just need to get the W. And then we're going to get Datacron materials. So by doing it this way, you actually generate, quite a bit of the money and quite a bit of the low-level materials. Doing it this way, and then going into the shipments and using the Datacron stuff here. I've been buying these Mark 1 materials and sometimes the higher level materials depending on what I need with the Shard Shop currency. I was doing it before where I just came in and bought it, and now I'm kind of like, when I work on my Datacrons, if there's relevant materials, I'll buy them out of there. So we've got a dark side from the prior set that we can work on some more. Try to get the faction mechanic unlocked, and this is where we can go in here now and see if we can pick up 25 of these things. Yeah, there's none of them for Shard Shop currency, so we're going to leave that alone. But this is kind of where it leaves you. You're in this position where you can work on these Datacrons to some extent. But this is protection up 1. This can work for Padme. The potency is nice for Padme. If we can get a Jedi mechanic here, it's also not bad for Padme. Or for some kind of Jedi team, right? Let's see what we get. When they attack out of turn, Have a chance to remove turn meter. That's not so great, right? We don't have a reroll available to us. Let's see if we can find those materials. Yeah, we could buy some of them. We need 80 though, right? Yeah, we're not going to get 80. So just do a search again. And if we look in Conquest, Zone 4, okay, thought it was Zone 4. I thought one of these zones had some of those materials that you could use to change. Okay, Zone 5. So if we want the rewrites, there's a breakdown. Is that what we want? Oh man, gotta take a look at that. Anyway, so you can farm these hard nodes depending on what material it is that you need. What I gather from this, y'all, is at the end of the day, yeah, that's breakdown Mark 2. So we would need to farm that Zone 5 to get those change, ability change. So I've done, let's say, a pretty good farming on this Enduring Codex cycle. And I've been able to get 3 Datacrons to a reasonable level. So what does that mean for account building? So let's take this the next step. If this is what we can get in hard conquest just by not trying very hard, I guess you would say. I did invest a little bit over here getting this one to 9, but I don't have a Relic 7 Mon Mothma anyway, so I'm not, that didn't help me. But let's say getting these to level 6 to 8, we should be able to do about 3 holocrons per cycle. All right, let's catch up on chat over here. Between Datacrons and matchmaking, I'm losing some of the joy of playing, says Van Ward. Yeah. Yeah, if you like in the last round of GAC that I streamed, that guy had the JML holocron fully built out to level 9, and I couldn't touch that JML team. It was crazy how hard that team hit. So yeah, it was pretty much 0 teams that could beat it. It does make it pretty unenjoyable. For account building, if you're more in the newer side of the game, 1 or 2 good Datacrons for your good teams that are relicked. For farming from TW and Conquest, but don't spend Shard Shop currency. David Klein says, my mindset has moved from single relic teams to 3 relic teams, and 3x3 and Datacrons are going to be a bigger part of the game. I've been able to upgrade loads more Datacrons after the economy changes. Get a bit bored of seeing complaints about them constantly. We wanted a C buff, we got it. 3 months is a long time to wait. Hey DL, I didn't get to ask about the Abtisio stream, but how much focus have you been putting into the assault battles in the Abtisio account? Well, I mean, the idea is to obviously close out the assault battles that I can. So we've got the Imperial troopers going now, so we've got the challenge of tier 1 on those relevant assault battles. We've got the clones, and I'm working on a few key relics, and then I'll go into SLKR. So I'm passively working on it, but not like going crazy with the account to get more assault battles under farm. David Klein, Kyber Soze agrees with David, and David says, thanks. I have some guildmates that are not embracing and saying it's a money grab. Of course it is, but it doesn't mean you can ignore free gear that gives you an edge. Yeah. Level 6 Datacrons are absolutely stupid on CLS, getting crazy holds from me. TK, greetings from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. On the road again with the team. Playing some baseball games, I guess. Alright, so what does that mean for account building? What it means is that because these Datacron cycles are going to give you some kind of advantage if you can use them. Remember, from the beginning, from forever back, I've always said that in Grand Arena, conceptually, you always want to think about your two best teams. One of your best teams should be something you put on defense that looks a bit like an arena team, squad arena team. And hopefully, something maybe even your opponent can't beat. And your second best team, or your best team, one of your top two teams anyway, should be another team that you take on offense. And that should be a team that can beat your opponent's arena team. So for a long time, the idea was, like, let's say I had SLKR and C, I would put SLKR on defense and take C on offense. And that was my two best teams. I would use the SLKR to try to hold up my opponent, and I would use the C to beat whatever the hardest team was on the other side. And that strategy is conceptually effective. Now, against some opponents, you want to put your two best teams on defense. Against some opponents, you may want to take it all on offense. So those things are still negotiable, but conceptually, you want to have those two ideas. But it does mean if you're reasonably going to be able to build two Datacrons with each cycle, that means that you need pretty early in the game to build two teams that can take advantage of it. To get a 5-man team that can take advantage of it on defense is pretty steep. I think what was said in the chat is pretty accurate. If you do put together a 3 relic team, then you can easily take that on offense and get your Datacron going with your 3 relic team. On Optio right now, the only thing that I have that's relevant is the troopers. So we can put a Datacron on Shakti and the troopers, and that's about it. I haven't really worked on this Datacron for Optio for the new set here. Light side begins with protection up. Let's try to reroll that into the free speed if we can get it. There we go. Light side allies start with 25% turn meter. That's pretty good. And then we can keep going because our whole Shakti clones team is over Relic 5. We can potentially go here and get some more money. I need to generate some shard shop currency to be able to get that. Okay. Yeah, and I don't even know if it's worth it. Yeah, that's what you guys were saying in the stream a bit earlier. It's like, is it even worth it to do this? Because I don't really want to spend the shard shop currency just to get the money. So we'll have to run some extra runs on the conquest end zones and see what we can develop down here. But yeah, that 25% turn meter, we'll put that with the clone team and put it on defense and make it harder for my opponents. But if you don't build any squads that can take advantage of the Datacrons, then you're going to lose out on an entire mechanic. So I think pretty early in the game, if you go for a Galactic Legend, you're definitely going to be able to build a full relic team pretty quickly and take advantage. But I think for most builds, you know, if you don't go into a Galactic Legend, you're still going to need to think about a full relic team on light side and well, let's say a relic team on light side and dark side. So maybe for dark side, you say, okay, I'm not going to build 5. I'm just going to build like a Palpatine, Vader, and Gideon. And if I get a really good Datacron for dark side, we'll just put it on these guys, use it on offense. So it can very well be that, you know, it's a 3 relic team or a 5 relic team. But I think if you don't build one of these teams, yeah, if you do, you get a mechanic that can help you a lot. And if you don't, then you could potentially, you know, just miss out on the whole Datacron thing. And obviously, when it comes to spending, it's much more relevant for Kyber. People at the Kyber level, if they spend a bunch and develop, you know, 8 Datacrons instead of, you know, 2, then the advantage in Grand Arena and Territory Wars escalates very quickly. And especially people who are willing to go all the way to the top Datacron level and have that specific character that benefits. So it becomes a money game at the highest level, for sure. Top level guilds, Kyber level, GAC is definitely going to be influenced by Datacrons. But for those of us at lower account level, you guys know that I've been thinking about a new build path. And so for me, the Imperial Troopers are fantastic. But the thought of building out all 5 Imperial Troopers, the whole point of the Imperial Troopers, these guys do a lot of work at relatively low gear. So this 93,000 galactic power team, I mean, it works like a 140,000 galactic power team already. It does such a good job at what it does, right? So if I did this team to full relics, it feels like it would kind of defeat the purpose of this generic team that has high utility at low galactic power. On the other hand, something like Padme, if I look at the Padme team, I wouldn't regret relicking this whole team. Kenobi, Admiral for the Negotiator, Windu. He has a ship too, obviously less good than the Negotiator, but okay, if we relic him after the rework, he's good. His ship can still do work for us on defense. Jedi Knight Anakin, no-brainer to relic. Ahsoka's good to relic, and Padme herself. So this team starts looking like a really good team to just do all 5 relics. It's a good C-Pit team. It's good in Conquest. You can take advantage of the Datacrons. Let's say you don't want to do Padme, you want to do CLS. So you say, okay, the first full, if I'm going to build a full relic team, then by goodness, it's going to be a butt-kicking, name-taking first team, and that to me means CLS. Go in here and you look at the CLS teams, and you could do CLS, Han, Chewie, 3PO, and Chewie, and then, you know, even if you don't want to get C3PO, you could get R2D2. And you could build this team as your first team to go to Relic 5. And you'll be very satisfied with that. Mon Mothma, I like Mon Mothma. Some people don't, but so yeah, there's definitely teams that are excellent targets maybe Grievous team if you're doing a gas journey anyway and building up these Grievous characters. That could be one of your first full relic teams. But there's definitely going to be an advantage, I think, to having a team that can take advantage of Datacrons from light side and dark side as early in the game as you can reasonably commit to it. JQA says, I can't be bothered with Datacrons. I hate playing for temporal things. The inclusion of Datacrons make me stop purchases altogether. Well, I mean, let's say you're walking down the street and you see 2 quarters laying on the sidewalk and you're in a hurry to get somewhere. And you just walk by them and you say, you know, I don't got time. It's only 50 cents. I don't have time to pick up that 50 cents. So it's 50 cents. It doesn't really buy you much these days. But I have a hard time walking by and just leaving money on the ground. You know? Only take me a couple seconds to reach over and pick those coins up. So why wouldn't I go ahead and grab them? Might as well have that 50 cents. It's 50 cents I didn't have before. So that's kind of how I look at it. If you just ignore Datacrons altogether, it's like leaving money on the ground. Granted, it's not much money. And especially if you don't have a team that you can field at full relics, it goes to waste. It also brings up some intriguing things with solo characters. Building Wampa first then becomes a better and better and better idea because just you can put a Datacron with Wampa, and even if it's just stats, you know, just one character, that's a way to take advantage of it. And on the light side, of course, you guys know what I'm going to say, Young Han. No, I'm not going to say Young Han. Enfys Nest is my go-to, right? So as a solo character, you could build Enfys Nest, and especially if you got a Datacron that had a couple hits in Tenacity and you want to do this Tenacity build, then one character and you can already take advantage of Datacrons. So building up some teams like that, maybe building up some solo characters for GAC, so that at least you have a place to put your Datacrons that's useful. Myler says, I've put reasonable time into Datacrons, coming up against players with higher GP and GAC and winning quite comfortably now, and purely for putting some time into Datacrons. Yeah, exactly, Myler. I think that's well spoken, because it basically, get what you can get, but do it in a reasonable way, and now you're ahead of the people who ignore it altogether. Nice says, I'm putting my best teams on defense at the moment. Beat this JMK with a Datacron and this Gas with a Datacron and the CLS with a Datacron. And then I just hope for the best on offense. Yeah, it's definitely true. Definitely true. JQ says, and I won't level up Inquisitors ever. I'll relic Ugnaught first. Nice. Kyber Soze says, for free-to-play low spenders, it will be an aggregate long-term payoff, as the bank of materials that you'll have to make new sets in greater quantity will continually increase. That's partially true. So in a system like the Datacron refund system, let's say, for instance, just using statistical numbers, let's say the refund that you get represents an equal amount to what you can reasonably farm in that Datacron cycle. So 50%, and you build another 50%. At the refund phase, whatever that refund cycle that you're in, it's going to be 50% of the next phase, and you'll generate 50% during the phase, and each refund phase will give you half. If that turns out to be 60% or 30% or whatever that percent is, you'll reach a static percent where each time you get the refund, it only represents that percent of what you're going to get out of that Datacron cycle. So it won't ever be that, like, you know, here at first we can only build three 3 Datacrons during the cycle, and in the future we can build 9. It's going to be more like we can build 3, and the refund system then will give us our first 2 off the refunds, and we can build 5. That's where we'll eventually get to. Something like that. So it'll help, but for people who are willing to spend money on it, they will always, always, always stay ahead of the people who aren't willing to spend money on it. You're making me sad with the lightsabers, guys. You know, if you join in, you're hanging out. I appreciate it. I like it. I'm glad everybody's here. I love you all. But if you could just tap that like button for me, it does help me and it helps the channel, and I would appreciate it. So I'll put up this public service announcement. You've all been issued lightsabers. Lightsabers are specifically designed for carving the like button in half, so please do that. It's not too much to ask, I don't think. Just a quick flick of the wrist. Not too much to ask. All right. Now that we have confirmation that unused materials get converted into the new set, Ivan says Datacrons suck. Well, I mean, they suck if you don't have them and you fight against them. They suck for your opponents if you have them and they don't. So with any system like this that sucks, the idea of it is take advantage of it and make it suck for your opponents. That's the point. Make it hard for them. You know, do what you can. Do what you can to make it harder for your opponents. And if you don't have any teams on defense that are relic teams that can take advantage of Datacrons, that's what I'm saying. You know, you really have to think about, okay, I've got this CLS team, I built it for offense, but if that's the team that you can use Datacrons on, it may have to go on defense now. If you get these Datacrons for the Rebel team, that, oh my God, it's the invulnerability, free turn meter, like, ugh, the CLS team is just, it's just rotten right now. If you get the ideal Datacron on a CLS team, it's almost a GL to beat it. It's crazy. Nuts. Datacron efficiency guide when? So I'm working up to it, guys, right? Here's some information for you. I don't know how many of y'all have ever taken a personality test, but like the standard Myers-Briggs test evaluates you on several different elements, and one of them is your tendency toward extroversion or introversion. Extroversion is outside. Extra means outside. So basically your personality, you like to be around people, you like to talk to people, you like to engage. And introverts are, you know, in their own head, thinking and calculating. Introverts, the phone rings and they let it go to voicemail and they see if they want to talk to that person before they call them back. Extroverts are excited to see who it is. Anyway, I took the Myers-Briggs test and I was like 52% extrovert, 48% introvert, something like that. So I really have a lot of introverted traits, like with doing the math and the spreadsheets, but I also have some extroverted traits with, you know, hanging out with you guys and liking people and whatnot. So I tell that whole story because if I sit here and I try to figure out a Datacron efficiency video, honestly, talking about it, being extroverted about it, putting information out there and receiving feedback is a better process for me than sitting around. Because when you guys make comments, that all feeds into what I'm thinking. And as we talk about it, I get to develop a better opinion, not just of how I think, but how the community thinks. So that's fun. Darth Venom says, I didn't tap the like button, I smashed it. Nice. Are you under the arm or over the arm hugger? I'm however I can get in there. One of each. Over and under. With a pat on the back. I hugged one of the guys at work one time. And that's supposed to touch your employees, but the guy really did me a favor, and I was like, oh man, He's like, bring it in. I was like, all right. And like some of the other people watching were made very uncomfortable by it. But yeah, no, I don't think either one of us was uncomfortable. So I don't think I'm quite like a hugger like Deadpool and Colossus. You know, if anybody's seen Deadpool 2, I'm not that kind of hugger. All right. Yeah, but I'm saying as opposed to your unused materials going to waste, it's the additional bank. Yeah. To me, it's another way to make this game less competitive. Very disappointing. Huh. Ethan, you think that Datacrons make the game less competitive? I'm interested in that opinion. I'm interested in why you think it makes it less competitive. Because of mods, for example. So, like, if you have a CLS team with good mods, it beats a lot of stuff. If you have a CLS with garbage mods, it doesn't do much. If you have a CLS with garbage mods and a level 9 Datacron, you're back to crushing it, right? Like it does, it really does. I won't say minimize mods, but it definitely makes up a lot for people who haven't put any focus in on mods. I have the free turn meter and remove turn meter on out of attack turns on CLS, which is just stupid. Yeah, it's busted. Moff Tucker says, hey Loquitur, thanks for all the great info on your channel. I started a new alt free-to-play account and it's super fun going back to the early game. Nice. A good book on the subject by Susan Cain. The book is Quiet. Interesting. Ethan Keating says Deadpool's so funny. Yeah. Oh my God. The Deadpool 2, the end of it, like oh man, the end of that movie, oh, it's just nonstop hard laughter. If you've got any kind of sense of humor, it's ridiculously funny. Less competitive in the sense that it's even less about skill and more about money spent. No, yeah, I can see that, Ethan. I can see what you're saying. So I think in terms of the competition side of it, you have to make a reasonable effort to get your own Datacrons. But yeah, somebody who's spending money on it does get a pretty unreasonable advantage at this point. But yeah. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, once you get to Kyber and you have enough teams, and you can just keep spending and keep getting more Datacrons, it becomes more and more relevant. When you're at low level and you've only got 3 or 4 teams that can use the Datacrons anyway, then it's more about, efficient use of the materials you get, building the best Datacrons you can out of the set, and taking advantage of it. Frick Frack Pattywack's in the house. The force is strong here, says you missed my comment and you call yourself a people lover. 50-50, man. 50-50. I don't miss every comment, but sometimes, every comment's not appropriate to read either. So, if I missed an important comment, let me know. Hey, you might already answered it, but where's the new account update? The new account? Oh, I didn't get Loquitur account update out this week at all. So there was no... I'll get 2 in a row on the Loquitur updates. I'll get those hopefully both done this weekend and last week and this week and get caught back up. The Obtesio I did as a stream. So there should be a stream up from Monday of the Obtesio account updates. If that's what you're asking. We're not always going to agree on Datacrons, but I'm pretty confident in saying that the people who are willing to embrace them will be the better GAC players over the long run. Yeah, I think you're right, Kyber. I got bonus turn meter and extra damage per relic level for JML, which is pretty nasty. That is pretty nasty. Yeah, that extra damage is like, it's crazy. It stacks up. Yikes. Yeah. I think it maxes out at, what is it, 100% extra damage. So they only get double damage or something like that. It's woo, already hitting hard. Seconded for quiet. Not just useful for introverts, really interesting and well-written book. I'm going to make a note of that. Quiet. I'm always interested in reading stuff like that. My Jedi Knight Luke with his level 9 Datacron can 3-man a full SLKR lineup. He's just a GL for the next 2 months. Nice. They're giving me more Datacron material than teams I have to use them without spending anything. Seems like people wailing on Datacrons is something that only matters at the highest level. The wailing part only matters at the highest level. That's right. But I'm saying for account building, we need to take advantage of the Datacrons that we do get at lower levels. I think the point of this is Datacrons do make a pretty big difference. We're going to be able to develop a few of them free to play without too much trouble, as long as we put any effort into it. So we have to have teams available to take advantage of it. And we're not always going to have that character that's on the level 9, right? If they put that level 9 character on Darth Revan, you may or may not have it. If they put it on Jedi Knight Luke, you may or may not have it. But even taking Datacrons up to level 8, those stat bonuses are bonkers, you know? Crazy stat bonuses. If you hit like a bunch of health steal and tenacity, for example, I mean, there's some teams that just get so hard to... a timeout team with a Datacron that has extra health steal and tenacity becomes even more of a timeout team. It becomes even harder to deal with. So yeah, you don't even have to have the level 9 thing to make a Datacron useful. Hey, Mr. Rice is coming in with a super chat. Could you go over what the first Padme team on the Senator path looks like now with the reworks? Sorry about the repetition. Also smash the lightsabers, boys. For me, the first Padme team looks exactly like the team that I showed there. Right away, I mean, immediately when you start the game, before you start working on Kenobi, you put Qui-Gon Jinn in here. I'm still convinced that Qui-Gon Jinn is the single best first Omicron for any account, just because it works off of the speed mechanics instead of the character's stats themselves, and the fact that you can get 30 times your speed doubled while you have foresight. It's an unmatched mechanic. It just does something in the game that nothing else does. So you build Qui-Gon. He's a shop character. You can get his shards for free out of the shop. Not for free, but you know what I mean. You don't have to farm it. You don't have to take your energy to get it. So you put Qui-Gon in this spot. As you start developing Kenobi, you put Kenobi in this spot. Mace Windu after the rework, I'm a big fan of. Putting a second tank in this Padme team makes it super annoying. There's quite a few teams that can deal with Kenobi. Maybe you isolate him with Traya. Maybe you get buff immunity on him with a C-3PO or something, so you can deal with him. But then Mace Windu is popping in and out as a tank and putting up his, ability that makes you target him, and this team becomes super annoying. So yeah, Padme, Kenobi, Windu, and then Jedi Knight Anakin and Ahsoka. Pilot. 4 pilots out of the team. Pretty fantastic. So thank you very much for the super chat, Mr. Rice. I do appreciate that. Don Tallow, any advice you can give on mods? I have hours of mod videos. If you watch my mod mastery series and the little addendum with Fellhammer, I think if you can watch all that stuff and not have a good mod method after that, then come on over to the Discord and drop any questions that you have specifically about mods over there, and I'll be happy to answer them. But I still think that my mod guide is probably one of the most comprehensive, mathematical, statistically based methods that are out there. There's plenty of different ways that you can work with mods, but mine are really based and rooted in the statistics and math behind the system. So you can find a lot of math, a lot of information, data on mods, and some detailed explanation of what to do and why. Kyber Soze says, account reviews, like 10 of them. All right. Let me catch up on chat and then we'll get into Grand Arena here. You can always scroll back. So bad was my comment not. And I hit the like so hard my phone is now broken. Nice. Wouldn't it matter? Wouldn't it max out at 225% damage if everybody, I don't know. I'm not looking at the Datacron. I know that it has a max, but it's really a ridiculous amount of extra offense that they can get. Heath D says, I was motivated to start spending my Datacron materials and roll the Datacron with the 25% turn meter and riposte. Let's go. I'm right in the middle of building CLS2. Nice. I keep wanting to click that green plus on the Jedi Knight Anakin and take him to Gear 13. I know you're saving it for the update, but it's so tempting. Hey, guys, I messed up. Like, for the first time in I honestly don't think I've ever done this. Like, in the over a year that I've been doing this. But I accidentally clicked on the Loquitur account. I accidentally clicked the TIE Pilot. I got his last piece of gear, and I made his last piece of gear, and then put it on him. So yeah, I didn't wait. It was accidental though. I didn't do it because I couldn't wait. I did it because I accidentally clicked the apply button and put it on him. Whoops. So we flew right through that. How do you feel about Fulcrum, since she's the light side TW Wampa? If Territory Wars is really important to you, then do it. Building an entire character and applying an Omicron just for Territory Wars for a character that doesn't have a full team feels bad to me. If you build her, then I feel like you also have to have a look at the Admiral Akbar Omicron for Grand Arena, so that at least you can make use of Fulcrum over in Grand Arena. But my opinion on Territory Wars is, let's say you have 5 Datacrons. If you put 3 of them on for Grand Arena for yourself, 1 of them on for your guild, and for Territory Wars, and 1 of them for Territory Battles, I think that's smart, And the Territory Battle ones are game changers for light side GOTB. Kyle Katarn, Finn, Rebel, Officer Leia Organa. I mean, those Omicrons are making it so that teams that normally couldn't complete waves are doing 4 out of 4. And that's a huge boost to your guild. So if you get to 10 Omicrons and you have all 10 of them for Grand Arena, then I think you're just a selfish person. So if that's the case, then you're looking for an Omicron to give to your guild for Territory Wars to help out. And maybe you don't have Phasma, maybe you don't have Starkiller, or you've already got Mara Jade, you're looking for a second one. Then Fulcrum looks good. Fulcrum's looking real good. That's my opinion. I think it's based on what you want to do with your account and how committed you are to helping your guild, and what else you have that you could give them. So in the Padme team, ultimately, does the R5 go to 3PO instead of Mace? Well, ultimately, most of the team goes with Jedi Master Kenobi whenever you build him, and then Padme gets, decimated. C-3PO goes with the CLS team. So long term, I mean, right now, if you're at the end of the game and you've got everything, Padme's a leftover. She's kind of floating out there in the middle of nowhere without the right tools, because you got the Qui-Gon team where you're going to put Anakin and some other stuff. You've got the Kenobi team where you're going to put stuff. C-3PO goes with CLS. R2-D2 goes with Jedi Training Rey. So a lot of the characters that are good with Padme go with other teams, and you're left with the choice to either make your Padme team and do something else with those teams, or build those teams and do something else with your Padme. So you start out with her like that early in the game, and then later when you develop other stuff, there's some pretty cool stuff that you can do with Padme. Let's see if I've got this squad still put together somewhere where I can show it. So a squad like this with Padme, okay? This squad here looks weird, but let's say you eventually want to build Tech and Echo anyway. Ayla is a support. Very important. Keep in mind, look at these tags. Tech is a support. Echo is a support. So if you've got nothing else to do with your Padme, you can bring her in with this team. You make your Moff Gideon really fast. You do control the situation right away. With the Zeta on it, support allies gain 100% protection up. These are all support allies. They all gain 100% protection up. Padme then converts that to courage stacks, and everybody has 5 instances of doing 40% health-based damage. Any character that has more health than protection dies instantly. 40% times 5 is 200%. So as long as their health is greater than their protection, Moff Gideon goes, drains their turn meter. Padme doesn't lose turn meter because Padme can't lose turn meter, right? That's a thing. Where is it? Okay. Courage stacks, copied or spelled. Why am I missing this? Allies can't gain or lose bonus turn meter. So when Gideon drains the turn meter on the opposing team, we all keep our turn meter, we all get stacks of courage, and then we kill 1, 2, 3, 4 characters, and then we just got to clean up the 5th character before he kills us all. So there's gimmick teams that you could do with Padme. You can always make use of her somewhere, somehow. She's never lost. And for people who truly have everything, I've seen that a lot of people put Padme into the Kenobi team. So, yeah, there's always going to be something to do with Padme. What are your current farms on the Obtisio account? Wampa, I heard, and ships. Let's oh man, taking forever to get to Grand Arena today. So we'll go into the Obtisio account right now. If I go to Farmer Green tab here, we're farming the Houndstooth, and we're farming the ships for SLKR. So Droideka is on the node with the Xanadu Blood, and still working on the Hyena Bomber. So we're farming Houndstooth, Xanadu Blood, Hyena Bomber, the shuttle here, and then the rest of these farms depending on light side day, dark side day, hard node day, whatever it is. And I kind of spread my farms out between all of this stuff. Started collecting a few shards of the Sith Trooper, First Order Stormtrooper, stuff like that. Wampa, yes, we're doing Wampa on the Obtisio account for sure. We've got him up and running, unlocked already. So 45 out of 85 for his 6-star. Chat keeps chatting. Okay. Are you thinking about profundity instead of executor after getting SLKR in the Optio account? I don't know. I have no idea. So guys, let's be very clear about this profundity journey. We don't know how the ship is going to perform. The assumption that it's going to be better than executor may or may not be true. If it's equal to executor, like think back to the meta that we had before this, where the negotiator and malevolence were the top ships. They were evenly matched. If your favorite fleet was the malevolence, you could climb to number 1. If your favorite fleet was negotiator, you could climb to number 1. Negotiators beat either one. Malevolences can beat either one. They're very evenly matched ships. So if that's the case with the profundity, then you only have to get one or the other first. And because I like troopers and I'm going to build Piet anyway, and I'm going down that route, and with SLKR, there's a bunch of other ships that duplicate toward the executor journey, then the profundity gets further and further away. So on an account where you're not in a hurry, if you're willing to do the patient strategy of stabilization first, then SLKR, then JML, then profundity, it's a good path. That's probably a better path than SLKR and then trying to force fit executor in there before going to different GL or something like that. So how the long-term path looks is then going to be dependent on still, do we get access to R9 materials? Because you can want profundity all you like, but if you get Radis and you can't get him to Relic 9 and they don't provide any way for us to get Relic 9 in the game, then it's like, okay, build Radis and wait a year, or build Radis and spend $150. So it's not solved, guys. I can't say everybody should just run out and go grab the profundity. Assuming that R9 becomes somehow available to us, it would be a good thing for pretty much all of us to go for profundity. It makes a lot of sense. And the journey's not that bad. You only have 2 ships to farm, the Rebel Y-Wing and the Outrider, both come out of fleet, and not having ships that you have to farm with regular energy is a big deal. The other ships come out of the shop. So on the ship side of things, it's not bad at all. On the character side of things, it's tons of shop characters. So again, not bad at all. And so with all that in mind, yeah, we should all just run out and race for profundity. But if they don't solve the R9 issue for Akbar, or for Radis, I mean, then you're stuck having all this stuff for the journey and no way to finish it out. And that would suck for a lot of people. Okay? So I'm trying to be honest and speak with integrity up front here, guys. It's a good ship. I think we should all want it. But until I know for sure how people are going to get Radis and get him to Relic 9, I can't recommend it. I can't say drop everything and race for profundity, because we don't know how the ship is going to perform, and we don't know how we're going to get Radis. If you guys are willing to take that chance and be the first on profundity, then by all means, go for it. Do it. But right now, I'm saying the journey looks real good. As long as we get access to R9 materials, I'm all in, right? And I'll probably start double farming Radis on the Optio account, or at least single farming him as soon as he's farmable. And we'll plan to get that profundity, for sure. And then I would go pretty much from SLKR straight into profundity. If they don't provide a solution, though, I'm not going to waste my time on it. Hope that makes sense. All right. All right, we got a bunch more chat, but I need to get into this Grand Arena and start attacking some stuff. I haven't even looked. I haven't looked at what my opponent's set up. I've got no idea what I'm up against here. So let's take a look. Mini Doug 1 Heidi. Doug 1 Heidi. Maybe his wife's name is Heidi. Mini. He's got the mini in front of his name. Oh boy, 7.3 million galactic power. He's got the Executor. This is on my Loquitur account, so we're at 4.3. He's not quite double our galactic power, but almost. 9 capital ships, including the Executor. Oof. 3 Galactic Legends, Gas, Grievous team built out, CLS team, Jedi Training Ray team, BAM team, T3M4 built up. That's interesting. Wonder if he's using that in Grievous team. Enfys Nest relic, that's nice. Wampa with no Omicron. No Wampacron. Plo built up. Interesting. A few non-standard characters. Doesn't just completely have the formula. I saw Darth Revan in here. Is there a Malak? There's the Malak. Relic 4. Once again, these low relic Malaks, I just don't get it. Man, once you get Malak, I just feel like he goes straight to 7. Triumvirate also. Man, this guy's got a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's see what he did for me in defenses here. If I had his account, I would just brick wall. I would just put down so much defense. All right, we've got Kyle Katarn with Mon Moth. No Datacrons. C down here. Grievous. Geos. First Order with Hux. Interesting. And then what do we got up here? Less. Okay, he's going to let me get the ships. He's like, I don't care if you get the ships because I got Executor and you don't. And it's whatever. Yeah. Okay, so Grievous, I think, probably got to use Revan for Grievous. Here we can probably use Enfys Nest. Here we can probably use Mara Jade. And then what do we use here? Can't use troopers here, right? Because they can't gain turn meter with Hux. Maybe we take a look at the Iden team for these Geos. Yeah, Hux is actually inconvenient because I have a lot of teams that want to gain turn meter. What do we do here? Maybe that's where we use our Vader. Just try to cull Hux out of there right away and move on. What if we did something like Vader, Gideon? TIE pilot. Just to give him a little more speed, a little more damage. We can come in right away. Just use the demoralize, cut his armor, smash things with Vader. Thrawn, Gideon, Vader. Thrawn, Gideon, Vader. If we use Thrawn, though, I mean, I lose a lot of utility with the Emperor Palpatine Mara Jade team. Yeah, I don't think we need Thrawn. Maybe we do. And then we'll just have to find utility with the Mara Jade team with something that we can go fast. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do this. Oh, you wanted Thrawn lead, huh? Why Thrawn lead? So Thrawn lead for removing debuffs, though, gives you turn meter, and turn meter doesn't work with Hux. So maybe there's something you guys know that I'm missing. But I feel like Vader lead is better for this particular match. We are massacring them, and I dare say we're being fairly merciless in the way that we're doing it. That should be it, right? Boink. 67 banners. Gives us a good start. Alright, let's look at the Mara Jade team here. And let's see about the speeds. Do some speed checking. Oh, somebody said he's fighting me now, or he's already fought. So he generated 217 banners. He beat the Qui-Gon team, Marauder team, the Sith Eternal team. If he's done all that in one shot, then I don't feel like he's done playing. Comes up here. Kills that in one shot. And he hasn't even fought Kenobi yet. So yeah, I know. I mean, he didn't drop any battles. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's done, maybe not. I feel like he's probably still playing, or going to come back later and play. I've seen a lot of people do that. They come in and they beat like a few of the teams that they look at, and they go, well, as long as I can get through this stuff efficiently, then I'm in good shape. And they play it and they get through it efficiently, and then they're like, okay, I'm in good shape, I'll just come back later. After the opponent plays, I can see how many banners I need, and then we'll play it out. Okay, so 288 on Zamara Jade. Remember when I used to have the 290 spy, guys? That would be hilarious right here. Find out that this guy's got a 290 speed Geo. I need to go back to that. I need to put the super speed mods back on my Geo Spy. That was a lot of fun. That caught a lot of people by surprise. Alright, let's check this Brood Alpha 254. Alright, so we're going to take a counterattack, but Mara Jade's big enough now that she should be able to survive the counterattack. And then we should be able to get control and hopefully never relinquish control. Wampa will do. Wampa's an awesome GG counter. Wampa for the GG on the south. Guys, you do remember that my Wampa on this account is like 6 stars gear 8 or something. My Wampa on this account is just a teeny baby Wampa. He'll get raffle stomped by that Grievous team. Okay. Spy was unaffected by all this stuff. He took out Mara Jade. So we may be in trouble here, actually. The second yeet. Oh. Yeah, this is... No, I wasn't fast enough. Wasn't fast enough. Now I've actually got to bring something in to deal with these geos. Yeah, the spy was unaffected. He was unaffected by all the shenanigans. Okay, so what can we do here now? Yeah, I definitely needed to have gotten out of there. Okay. Well, I think the only way that we can really salvage this is with the Iden team, right? I mean, that's pretty much the only hope we've got. That way, at least when they start taking turns, we'll be able to take turns. We'll do the we'll do the trooper rescue skill first, and then we'll start doing damage. Let's give it a try. Tray a nest. Yeah, I mean, but I kind of need my nest for that. Kind of need my nest for the Mon Mothma team if we're going to do that. Let's drop this first. Just do area effect. Try to rip everybody down here. Snow Trooper, Mo. That's pretty easy, but okay, so we need Jedi Revan and Mon Mothma down there. So let's get up here and start working on this. What did I say? Mon Mothma? Yeah, nest for Mon Mothma, Jedi Knight Revan. So those are the ones we're going to try to keep. Night Sisters. With Talzin. So maybe Padme here with a couple of things that can recover. Do something like Padme, Ahsoka, and maybe one of these clones. Should be able to work our way through with something like that. Use Padme to recover from the plague. Get that spirit out of there pretty quickly. The relic cart hurts my soul. You don't like Karth? What's wrong with Karth? He's not a bad relic. Him and Kandris can do some serious work. I don't think either one of those is a mistake in terms of relics. Get the spirit out of here. Got some courage stacks on Ahsoka there that we can use up. Alright, we did it. My Gear 12 Wampa took out a Relic 3 First Order team. We can try the Wampa in against one of these teams. What do you think? Wampa here? You think Wampa on these guys? Get his tenacity ramped up so he doesn't get debuffed, and then just ramp damage. Here we go. Gear 8 Wampa, guys. Gear 8 Wampa. Incoming. Alright, get my protection up back. Ooh, the damage is real, guys. This is not good. Not good. Not good. Gotta hit it again. Get some life back here. Counterattack. Now we're dazed. Gotta hit again. Oh. Gear 8 Wampa didn't have it. Get mission. Well, Zelbar was in the way, right? I mean, he got the taunt up. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to retargeting mission. Okay. Wampa fail. Gear 8 Wampa not good enough. We've got the Mon Mothma team that we can use here. That has a lot of debuff removal. I'm also thinking that we could use Treya. What do we think about something like Treya Dooku? So we could do something like this, right? They get a lot of assists. They'll be, you know, attacking out of turn and taking all kinds of life, all kinds of hits from Treya. Dooku will counterattack. Treya will die, but should work. Or do we really want Treya for that Kyle Katarn down bottom? What do we have that can go with Dooku? I don't think we've got Django. We could potentially put in like... Yeah, boy, I don't know. Let's come back to this problem in a minute. I think we need the Mon Mothma team here, probably. Or something better. We might actually need something better than Mon Mothma here. Maybe the troopers. Something like this. Or we could do 5s, Rex, and then Arc Trooper. Arc Trooper will pull the sacrifice pretty quickly, and then he should be able to cleanse debuffs, speed. Probably do Rex lead instead. That should get it. Newt, Dooku, and Sunfac. Oh, Newt lead with Dooku. That's definitely a possibility. Newt lead with Dooku and like Sunfac to tank. I can get on board with that. I could get on board with that. And that Droidica's taking a beating. He wants no part of being hurt. Alright, let's get these buffs off of him. I think we just need to go on Magna Guard because we got to deal with him anyway. And then when the execute comes up, we'll execute Droidica. I'm not getting the sacrifice. This is, alright, fine. Get out of here. Take you out that way. There's the sacrifice. That Droidica. Look at this thing. That is a no-nonsense Droidica. We should be able to peel off the buff. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Peel off the buff and kill him. What is with this? I know my troopers do good damage. These guys are like beast mode. Tough characters here. Remember, we have all of 5's offense on top of our own offense, so. Alright, so you guys think go with the Separatist group here. Do the Newt lead. Sunfac, Dooku. I can get on board with that. Sunfac will die pretty quickly, but it's fine as long as he takes some hits and lets Dooku get in there and do his thing. Get some extortion on these boys. We're going to do a shock right here. Try to peel off those buffs. Get some assists going here on mission. Stun him. This should be good. We'll get extortion on everybody now. See if we can stagger. Do shock again. He absorbed that shock, guys. Zalbar is a shock absorber. Alright, now we've got the First Order Phasma team here with the Zeta. It's threatening, but not that threatening, right? As long as we outrun it, we should be able to kill it. So let's look at our Imperial troopers. Got our little Gear 12 Dark Trooper. He's not that good yet, but he still does pretty good damage. think we kill Phasma first here. If we can get in on Phasma. Actually, I think maybe the SF tie is actually more of a threat here. TIE pilot, we're going to go after the regular TIE pilot. He is probably the weakest. Easiest to get a first kill on. We'll do the area effect. Get advantage so that when we pull the trigger over here, we can get critical hits. Can't be critically hit? I guess they can't be crit while they have advantage. Alright. Done. Dooku is a beast. We like Dooku. Alright, this team, we're saving the Revan team for bottom. I think Geo's here. I feel like Geo's. Because we're really not going to get a chance to use them somewhere else. So let's use them here where we can get some good hits in. Get that Death Trooper out of here right away so that we lose the synergy with Krennic. We don't want that nonsense going on. Let's debuff him first. Get some come on. Get some debuffs on that guy. Alright. TIE Fighter pilot. Let's see if we can... I guess that's it. I guess Tenacity Down's the only buff that we can get on him. I forgot Poggle's not here, so we don't get the ability block on him. Okay. Death Trooper comes back. There's a Resurrect in Krennic's kit somewhere? Ugh. Alright, we'll do this first. Come on. Kill Krennic. Heal up. Try to get some banners back. Yeet. Alright, 54 banners. Where's the Resurrect in Krennic's kit? Funky. Alright, and then here we're going to do... Oh man, this team looks so weak. Holy cow. This looks so weak in 3v3. And I gotta target that stupid B1 first. Oof. I think we're gonna lose this. I don't think we got what it takes to beat Grievous. Not enough hit points on our guys. It's on Krennic's AoE. Alright. Let's start bashing on this B1. Gotta get in there and get as many hits as we can. Alright, Savior's down. Just burned Savior. Alright, get Yoda in there. Jolie Bindo's about to die. Once he dies, it's probably over for us. If we get the B1 down, we can potentially come in here and clean it up. Big hit, remove turn meter. I don't know. It wasn't a very big hit. Yikes. Hi DL, I'm in the middle of farming my GL tokens. Hope to relic up more decent team. Would you recommend to stay focused on one team till done? Because I'm thinking of switching my team every month. So Benny, it depends on a lot of things. So like when I finish up a GL and I'm in that area in between where I have to work on work on the tokens and work on the relics and all that stuff. I like to relic up a couple. Relic up a couple like non-journey characters, like Wampa Nest or Kylo Ren for solos, or somebody that you need for fleets. So I have a tendency to kind of fill in one or two. I won't call them random because they're not random. I select them for a reason. But one or two non-journey characters in that time period, and make that the fill in between journeys. So if you picked a team and you said, "Oh, I'm going to work on CLS," and you did that for a month, and then you switch to another team and put 2 relics on that, and then switch back to CLS, and you could do that. I mean, you could switch, or you could just say, I'm going to build CLS and Chewbacca relic, and then come back and get the rest of it later, and go back to another journey. So, you can be flexible with what you do in between when you finish a big journey. It would make me happy if you built pilots. Pilots or GAC solos seem like the best stuff to work on to me. DL, will you be streaming or posting a guide of your 3PO journey without Wicket? Yeah, I mean, it'll be part of whatever comes up on the channel whenever I get that journey done. I'll share some of that either in the updates or in the streams, for sure. I think I've got that. Oh, what? Wait, what? Okay. All right. I didn't get the debuff on me that was removing my health. He had armor penetration up, which I give him. I grant him that. He still shouldn't be able to kill a full health, full protection nest. That doesn't make sense to me. Well, it doesn't matter if it makes sense. He did it, right? I mean, it's done. It is a done thing. Kyle ramps damage. All right. Yeah, he can gain 60%. Jedi Knight gains 50% offense. Guess it's enough. Yeah. Well, I was overconfident, guys. I went in that with absolutely no fear that I was going to lose to a Relic 3 Kyle Katarn. I was confident that that one was in the bag. Turns out the bag was on me. That's pretty inconvenient. We've still got Treya. I guess we could have done Treya Nest there. It would have been smarter. Do we have anything else that we can use that tanks those guys? So let's take a look at this. See what we've got left. We've got Shock T, Echo, and Cody. It's not the greatest team, but they do have some recovery. We could put Ayla in here instead. I don't even know what that team is. What does this team do? Hers is really just clone troopers. What does Ayla do? Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. So are we better off putting an Echo? I don't know. Ayla's good. If she can stun this B2, then we'll get somewhere. All right, let's get in there. All right, let's for now, let's just hit him. Jump on him with Ayla. No stuns. Still no stuns. Yeah, we got a stun, but that's not going to last because as soon as we hit him, we'll lose it. Just hit him like this. Hit him like that. Hit him with a wiffle ball bat. I'm on the run. The cop's got my gun. Right about now, it's time to have some fun. All right. Not getting much done on Grievous here. The stun isn't going to help, but just gotta stay alive. Might need to bring in that Newt Gunray Phoenix team if this doesn't work out for me. I don't know if any of you guys remember that when I ended up fighting Grievous with Newt and some Phoenix. We actually pulled it off. Oh, that was ugly. Darth Beastie Boy. Yeah. Recognized what I was singing there, huh? Alright, let's just throw a couple bounty hunters in here and go with Darth Trey in the lead and see if we can manage to get them to kill themselves in time. Going after Dengar, we don't really mind that. Going after Treya. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw the bombs. See if we can get Kyle under some duress here. Alright, alright. Okay. Stop. We gotta take a break now. We got to get a kill, get Bounty Hunter's resolve back. There we go. Okay, no, don't kill me. Get another kill here. I'll do this to... Oh, it's not enough. No Bounty Hunter's resolve for me. Alright, let's get on in here. Ah, Dengar. Getting it done. Yeah, I thought I could pick off that little guy in the back for more Bounty Hunter's resolve. Let's see if we can get Grievous dead with some kind of super sketch Mon Mothma team here. We got Kyle somewhere, right? Rebel fighter. Oof. Relic 7 Grievous versus like Gear 8 guys. Let's get this done. Alright, let's put a pawn on him. Take away some turn meter. Or not. Get an extra guy. Alright. Chipping away. What? She unresurrectable? Oh, never mind. I just don't have the Zeta on her. I'm like, why didn't she come back? Well, it's because I don't have that skill on her yet. That's why. That's a lost cause. All right. Well, let's get over on ships then, see what we can get done on ships. No executor? Oh, there it is. It's in there. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. What do you guys think? Should we take the Malevolence against the Negotiator, or should we take it against this Executor and try to get a win? I don't have the Ebon Hawk yet. I really need to get the Ebon Hawk going. Really need to get the Ebon Hawk. Ugh, so much stuff to do, guys. Tons of stuff to do. Well, I think we take the wins that we know we can get and just leave the Executor. Getting 3 wins out of this is going to be too much to ask, I think. Because remember, my Galactic Republic fleet is split. I still have half of my Galactic Republic stuff on defense. So what I have with the Negotiator is a very weak version of the Negotiator. Let's do this. Oof. Rex in the starting 3. Don't like it already. Okay, so let's target this Rex actually. Cleanse and get the lightning bolt going. Buzz droids for everybody. I would save the stun for something better, but the likelihood is that that ship's going to be dead very soon anyway, so it's not as important. Let's see. Let's do this. Put this over here and do this. And then we can't get rid of that taunt. I would bring in this ship, but I can't get rid of that taunt. Let's bring in the spy and just see what we can kill. We get Anakin. That's good. That's a good thing to be able to kill. Alright, let's take a couple shots over here. Let's take a couple shots on Rex back here while we can. He's got the ult already. Wow. Nasty. Area effect. Good hits there. Take this guy out while we can. Alright. Spy's still alive. Plo coming in. Get some buzz droids back on this guy. Now let's bring in our own Plo, heal up, make sure that spy doesn't die. We'll put the taunt back on our tank. And instantly have it removed, but whatever, it's fine. Oh, now we're all dazed. I can't use Plo to give turn meter now. I guess I should have used the turn meter skill first. Whoops. Yeah, if I use it now, I'm going to give turn meter to like one little ship. Another reinforcement. How about this? What do you guys think about no protection? I like it. I think it's a good idea. Alright, turn meter now. Get rid of that. Buzz droids on Plo. And Plo dies to the buzz. Okay, get 63 banners. That was a lot of Galactic Republic. 507,000 galactic power. Look at that. Big boy fleet. Alright, and we'll take this Galactic Republic fight here. And then, you know, be done with fleet. What else do we need to take in here? Take this Geo ship. We're not going to use it anywhere else. 2 reinforcements. I don't even think we'll need 2 reinforcements, but get what we can get. Hey DL, just curious, with you getting into Kyber and getting more teams in your roster, do you keep notes of your counters? I'm in bad shape right now, guys. I've got 3 accounts, fighting at 3 different levels. Even keeping track of which teams I have on offense and defense on which accounts has become a challenge. So no, I don't have very good notes, and I don't keep very good track of what counters I should be using against what right now. Yeah, I said it in the last stream. I feel like I play 2 accounts pretty well and 3 accounts much less well. So, yeah, in that regard, I'm struggling a bit. 5v5 I'm comfortable with. You know, I'm kind of used to what is available in 5v5 and how to use it, and then in 3v3 I'm not as comfortable. Just don't know the matchups and the counters as well, and then Datacrons throws a new wrinkle into everything. Alright, what I might do, guys, because we spent a lot of time at the start talking about Datacrons, let's see what we've got here in the main account. Okay. He's still fighting. He's killing everything. Killed my executor. Dropped 1 battle on Newt. Interesting. Cleared everything here without a second thought. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay, let's look at his defense. Star Killer, Grand Inquisitor, Dash, CLS. Datacrons everywhere. More GLs. So I'm probably going to play this out, guys, but for the sake of the stream, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a battle and move on to the Obtesio account. I do owe the wife some help on the housekeeping, so we'll chuck in a game here on this account, and then we'll move on. What's the least that I can beat Geos with? Solo Vader. Against Gear 12 Geos. With no Relic Geos in the pack, then I'm pretty confident that we can kill Spy, and there's no Poggle to ability block me. Should be good. I just won my GAC by 10 points. Had to undersize a lot. That's cool. Alright, let's do that. Let me get Spy out of here right away. Oh, that's everybody. 69 banners. Alright, moving on. Take a look at the Obtesio account. We have time for one more fleet battle in this account before my payout. I'm looking at that. We've got 4 minutes. Who's in number 4 spot? Ufu. We should be able to beat this pretty easily. So let's go in here and see if we can get 5th place. If you had Hoth Rebel Scout at 7 stars, would you use it on the Obtesio Mon Mothma team? Just to confirm, Scout's the one that gives turn meter, right? The guy that gives has a 40% chance to give turn meter is definitely worth putting into pretty much any Mon Mothma team that you want to build. It's a really big deal. Okay, let's take the healing immunity off of him. Sure, why not? We're going to stick with the tank until the tank is dead. We're going to put some shots onto the shuttle. And then we should be able to bring in the Spy and kill the silencer. We'll go ahead and take a shot on the silencer while we're here. Put buzz droids. Bring in ye old Spy. Kill the silencer, and then that should be it, right? Yup. 1 minute to fleet placement. Alright, secured some extra crystals for today. Yay, number 5. Okay. Also take the free energy while we're here. Scoop that up. Then we'll take a look at this Grand Arena. Lost the last round, guys. If you remember, we had Mr. Awesome, who had quite a lot of relics built up in his account. Both Revens, Malik, he did play. We got hung up on his Darth Revan, and he cleared 2 zones. So he gets it, and we do not. Now we're fighting against Jakku Kamala. I guess that's Miss Marvel from Jakku. Could be. 4 million galactic power, 1.6 in ships, 2.3 in characters. I see he's using the Chimera. No premium capital ships. So if he does get to our malevolence, he's probably going to struggle with it. He's got some geos built up. Looks like he's working on Executor himself, right? Advanced, Slave 1, Razor Crest. Imperial Ties built down here. IG-2000 is not. Maybe he's working on Executor. I don't know. Houndstooth is only at 6 stars. Yeesh. Alright, you got some bounty hunters built up. Fets, Mandos, Thrawn. Brood Alpha to 7. Interesting. Tons of Gear 12 stuff, though. Holy cow. Look at all that stuff in the middle. Yikes. Fastest character, 259. So we have a huge mod advantage. And he's got a lot of stuff in the middle. Alright. Let us see what we can accomplish. Why don't people use Vulture Droid as a reinforcement to spread 3 times Buzz Droids across all the enemy ships? The advantage of having the Vulture in the starting lineup, it draws a lot of priority from the enemy fleet. They kill it, and it instantly respawns another Vulture Droid. So the reason why more people use it in the opening lineup is just for the stability of having the ships on the board. Alright, so let's take a look. He's got Geos here. A Bastila-led Jedi team where Revan is not in the leadership spot. Interesting. Probably have to Qui-Gon that. Probably have to Vader this. Okay, Padme. And then a Jedi team down here. With Bindo in it. So he has Bindo at Gear 12 and he didn't put him with Jedi Knight Revan. I mean, putting Jedi Knight Revan, Bindo, and then that Relic 1 Yoda makes a ton more sense. Makes a ton more sense. Okay, so we're using Vader and potentially Qui-Gon up top. Let's take a look at this again. Yeah, that team's... Although... I could probably trooper that, right? There's no tank, so I can just target Revan, blow him out of the water. He won't get Savior, because if he's not in the lead, it won't affect him. So I just kill him and then kill everybody. Yeah. Yeah. I know I should go through bottom first, but how can you resist the urge to run in there and start punching stuff? I don't know about you guys. I can't resist that urge. Got to check speeds, though. Let's check speeds. Not do anything stupid. 207. Horrible speed. 226, so he'll be at 246. Oh boy. That's 206. And 259. But Bastila gives them turn meter on their first turn, right? Doesn't her leadership give turn meter? Jedi allies gain 15% turn meter. So that's going to make them too fast for my troopers. Sad troopers. Got to get Piet some speed. Alright, get out of here, troopers. You lose. You're not fast enough yet. Alright, so we'll do this. And Mace. Yep, get on in there. Yikes, Yoda fast. Yoda's a fast little character. Even if you have horrible mods, he is still a pretty fast little character. All right. Kill Mace all you want. I don't care. Okay. So much foresight. Ooh, now Anakin's going to take it. Get a shatter point off over there. Doesn't look like Qui-Gon's going to last that much longer. Alright, let's take an assist from Anakin over here. Alright, Revan's down. I won't use the big attack just in case they kill Quigley. Alright, now I'll use it. Give myself offense up. And then, yeah, we just keep whittling away at her. If you do want to take advantage of the Bastille lead, then, I mean, that's the team you should put Bindo into. Anyway, we got through it. Alright, let's go down bottom. Vader up top will finish that off. So we just save Vader and we should be good. What are we going to use against Padme? Let's take a look at these Jedi down bottom. What are these speeds like? 176. Does his leadership give speed? Max health, offense, recovery. Bindo is slow. He's like a 110 speed character. Pretty awful. 162. So we could trooper this, right? They have a good amount of assists. They're not all Galactic Republic. I'm just trying to think if I can do the Iden team in here. I don't think there's enough assists here to make Iden work. Alright, let's do troopers. Then we'll try to do Shakti and some clones against Padme. Alright, here we go. Ahsoka, gonna get one shot. And we're gonna hit Mace. And then we potentially can one-shot Bindo. Beautiful. Working as intended. Get that, and that. Let's go in there. It'll be pretty annoying to kill Padme, but these other two should die off pretty easily. We're just going to hit with a basic. Okay, never mind. We're going to take Clone Sergeant first. Whip. Save the good skills until we need them. I don't think we even need them yet. And Shakti hits decently hard on her basic, so don't mind too much there. Don't really want to call assists. That's the issue, because with Padme, every time we call an assist, we're just giving them free protection up, so it's not That's why I keep doing the basics on Shock T, is because I don't want to trigger the assist and give him more protection up if I don't have to. Okay, now we'll start healing back up here. Okay. Get rid of that slow. Keep healing up again. Well, she's got protection up anyway. It's fine. Do this, give him some bonus. Alright, and then now it's going to be down to just trying to start to whittle away at Padme herself. The turret assisting is actually pretty annoying. It keeps giving her protection up. Does the turret assist on this skill? Probably. And it pulls in Ahsoka for an assist too, so makes things worse. Let's do basics. Let's do basic. Oh man. Oh man. This is a relic ARC trooper, guys. He's just not getting much done against this Padme. Yeah, I said at the outset it was going to be annoying to kill Padme. It turns out that that was true. Alright. Get a hit there. I honestly thought that this trooper would be hitting harder than that. Bam. All right. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get this Padme. I'm going to put it on auto basic and just let it run and see if we can get something done here. I think she's just going to keep healing up though. We just don't have enough damage to push through, and we don't have healing immunity. Yeah, that heal right there is just really good. Yeah, we're in between heals right now. She's almost got my Ahsoka dead, though. Nothing. If you have an account and you need help, we'll love to help you, DL. Huh? If I'm have an account and you need help, I'll love to help you. Not sure what that means. I've got a lot of teams that give assists. So this Padme is going to be tough because I just, like, all of the teams that I chose, Mon Mothma's assist based. This Akbar is assist based. Well, let's go look at these geos. And if there's a way that I can save Vader and use Vader down there. That Relic 7 Brood Alpha is not conducive to me getting this done. We can try it with an Iden team. I don't think it's going to work, but we can try this. Try to save Vader for that bottom for Padme, so we can get through Padme. So let's see if there's any chance that this super weak Iden team can take out a Relic 7 Brood Alpha. Let's get these up first. Staggers if we can. Nothing. Okay. Okay, they attacked Iden, that's good. They're attacking Snowtrooper, that's bad. Okay, that's all of our troopers down. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I think we're faced with a choice of, you know, going through this and going through top, or going through Padme and going through bottom. Which one's worth more points? 204 banners, 153 banners. So bottom is actually worth more. Huh. So if I get through Padme, I've still got characters for the back wall. But they're pretty sad teams, right? We got Mon Mothma, we got Akbar. We really got leftover teams for the back wall. That's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to do it. All right. Let's get through this Padme. Thought you said you have 3 accounts daily in anything here to help. Well, so I've been giving some serious thought to backing off on my main account and you know, doing something a little different. But my account is public information, so as far as like getting help actually playing, I'm not willing to do that because I don't want to have the account played by somebody else. That's technically against the terms of service. Okay, so we've got a Farm Boy Luke team. We've got, oh man, we've got stuff that's actually serious. So we'll get in here with the Mon Mothma team, and we got to take out that. Is this Bes? No, this is not Beskar though. That's just the Mandalorian. What's Grief Karga's contract? So I appreciate the offer, Enice. I appreciate the offer, but no, there's not really much you can do to help me. I got to sort it out for myself. Attack out of turn 20 times. So I'm not too worried about that contract. That's a pretty awful lead in 3v3. All right, let's get in there. See if we can get that Mandalorian down. All right. Target IG-88 just for a second. Wedge down already, huh? Bring him back. Work our way toward the second level Well, wedge down again. And they're attacking the little guy over there, which is bad because we really want to get him to level 2. Get the armor penetration. Come on. Even after we kill him, we still have to kill him again because of Bounty Hunter's Resolve, which is super annoying. Alright, there we go. We got the little guy. We'll get the defense penetration up. And now we should... I don't want to bring Wedge back yet. So I'm not going to use the res. If I... Oh, no, never mind. I can use the res. He won't get the... Even if he kills him, he won't get Bounty Hunter Resolve back. He doesn't have that part of his kit, like the other bounty hunters do. Okay, alright. Come on. Get him out of here. Stop healing. Level 3. Alright. We'll get the armor penetration up. Put it in full auto. Wedge will come back. And once Wedge comes back, we should be able to cut through these guys pretty quickly. There we go. Wedge just gives a big boost in offense to Biggs. So even though Wedge himself doesn't do much, his passive boosting damage to Biggs makes a pretty big difference in how much damage that team does. Okay. Now we've got to figure out something against Finn. And we're almost out of things that make sense. Very quickly. Alright, let's see if this Akbar team can do something here. Leia or Jyn Erso? Jyn Erso's interesting. She can resurrect. Is it only rebel fighters? Random rebel ally. Problem is she'll die first. Leia can hide under stealth. This whole situation is pretty bad. Thinking I probably should have taken it up on ships just because didn't have enough character stuff left. Let's get BB-8 dead first if we can. Let's do this. Maybe not. Alright, so target Finn. Get that buff up. And she can do this. Call a bunch of assists. Get another free turn right away. He can just do a basic. Call him on a basic. Same thing here again. We'll target Queel. Stealth. Hit. This doesn't cleanse, does it? So we have to target over here now. Akbar is stunned forever. Look at this guy. He's like taking a nap over here. I must say that the team's actually doing something now. We've gotten it to the point where the team's actually doing some damage. Get this shock off. All right. We're doing it. 55 banners. Okay, down to the last of the last here. We got a couple Geos. We've got Farm Boy Luke in the lead to increase their tenacity. We've got Rogue One. Let's go, Rogue One. Ooh, this is pretty awful. How many times can Jyn Erso resurrect? That is the question. Alright, let's steal the soldier's turn meter, see if we can get a stun. Nothing. Put a shoulder into him. Throw a grenade. Get some counterattacks. Go steal turn meter again. Alright, let's put everything over here. Basic. We don't want to use the middle skill just because we don't want to throw away our resurrect. Steal turn meter again. Or don't steal turn meter again. Now he's going to get to go. Okay. Alright, one down, one down, one down. Sunfac. Putting up the taunt now. That robot's throwing off an awful lot of sparks here. Alright. Oop, stun. Get that. Alright, let's go. Come back, robot. Yeah. Oh. Boy, that lasted a long time. Now, Farm Boy Luke put a stun down on us. That's horrible. Oh, that's going to be the whole show right there. We're not going to come back from that one. Alright. Alright, alright. Maybe we should have killed Luke faster. Django. Wat Tambor. Damage a debuffed enemy a bunch of times. Alright, getting desperate, guys. Trying to grind our way through it. Alright, let's give weapon tech to Django first. Okay. Missile? Wow, unimpressive. Alright. Kill my Wat Tambor. Can't say that that's unexpected. Really did expect it. Alright, put him on fire again, guys. Oh, never mind. He's having none of the fire business. Alright, back to Farm Boy. Wat Tambor's trying to hang in there. He's like staying alive, singing a song. Some missile on him. I just hit him a couple times and it's like nothing even happened. His protection bar didn't even move. Got some damage over time's going, no. That'll at least hurt him. 8 damage over times and fire. Alright, we got him. Alright. We had to use the scraps, but we cleared the back wall. And that's what we're going to get. Learnings from this: need to get those Iden Versio troopers just a little bit better. Need to get that Stark or Snow Trooper just maybe gear 11, gear 12, and we would have had that. Because if the Geos can't kill them in one shot, then as soon as the next characters attack, they're regaining health protection and turn meter from Iden Versio's lead. So you need to be able to tank the hits, and our guys were too weak to be able to tank a Relic 7. Unfortunate truth. Alright. Well, 640 banners or so, I think. 2 zones cleared. And that's going to wrap up the Grand Arena events for today. I'll probably play a little more on my main account, once my opponent finishes playing and we see how bad it is. If he full clears me, I'm not even going to bother. We'll just take our points and take the loss and move on. 3v3 just not my jam, guys. Any other account questions that y'all have? I mean, I need to play out some stuff here on the account anyway, so I'll start going through this stuff and just hang out. If you got things that you want to ask, then ask me here right at the end, and then we'll close out the stream. All right. Collect our rewards. 300 crystals for fleet. Not too bad. E-Nice says, good job, DL. Thanks, man. Do what we can. Never give up. Keep going. Man, my farming of Kairos was horrible this last week. Oof. Every time I go in here, I get like 0 Kairos for like days. So we managed to get it, though. We've got enough to do our next relic project. Anakin's ready to click that button and go, so that's good. I've been doing some work on just a little bit on Gideon's first furnace. I think he needs 3 of these things. So when I look at a character and I decide whether I want to relic it in 2 or 3 weeks, when I look at Gideon, I don't know if I can get that in 2 weeks because he needs all the same piece. And even if we were to get, oh, nope, down here doesn't need it. Okay, he only needs 2 furnaces. This is a different piece. So yeah, it'll be a 2-week thing. We'll need 2 weeks to get these 2 pulled together. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Get some of these bayonets farmed up. We can already lock down the pieces here on Gideon. We got Gideon some speed. He's not fantastic yet, but he's, what did we get him? 313, 318. Got him to 318, and we got a couple mods that, we can do 6-dot slicing on. So the red dots are killing your eyes. There's red dots everywhere. Why are the red dots killing your eyes? Too much stuff undone. Went against Bastila lead with Watt and JML. C lost. Who beats that? E-Nice, if you want to play that with C, the way you have to do it is you have to try to get at least Watt Tambor or Armor buff on, and then you have to play without going into your ult for a really long time. You have to just wait, and then with about, let's say, a minute 15 left to go, something like that, you go into your ult, you hit the ult, and you finish it out. The reason you do it that way is because you stack mastery before you go into your ult. You're stacking mastery all the time with Sith Eternal. So you just stack mastery for 4 minutes, and then you go into your ult form, and then you actually have enough damage to blast through that Bastila protection. Otherwise, you won't get through it. The other thing you can do is bring in a really, like a Darth Vader or something like that. You got to be able to pop Hermit Yoda out of stealth and kill him. So I've seen people do that before too, where they come in with a team and kill Hermit Yoda, and then it's not so bad. Then you can get in there and and work through the other two with C. We've got some of each of these. I don't feel like I need to buy more of them right now. Kylo we need to get, so we'll go ahead and throw our currency at that. Mods, I'm not going to buy any mods, but it's always fun to see if there's stuff that I want to buy. Nothing that I want to buy. We've been through the shop all week, and there have been 0 Grievuses. I've got 0 Grievous shards all week. We were at 93 last week, and we're at 93 right now. Not a single instance of Grievous. Shard shop. It's okay. I really need this. Yeah, I need to buy those Mark IVs every time they're in there. We'll go over here. We'll convert some currency. We got a pretty good bank in fleet. We'll convert fleet buy real quick to get us enough to get that purchase. We would like to buy this. We would like to buy this, but if we don't have it, it's okay. Conquest currency is pretty well spent down. In terms of conquest progress, we're kind of hung up right now. We've got Jedi Training Ray team and a Imperial team, and my clones aren't good enough to beat either one of them. So I'm waiting until they're back at full stamina, and then I'm going to try like a tether tech, see if I can keep moving. But I've wasted some time trying to get past that. But I could always come back down here and farm some of this and get money. Right? We need money. Maybe there's a feat we can do. I don't even know, man. I'm telling you guys, I've done terrible at conquest. A full squad of Sith. That I can do. So I can do Sith with no leader, right? We can do Talon or something in the lead. So let's clear that. Do all Sith. Talon lead. Nope, don't even Talon unlocked over here. Okay. Is that the only Sith I have that doesn't have a leadership? Yikes. Oof. With regards to the JML question that you'd asked, the other thing that can beat that JML team is SLKR. And it's the same kind of thing. You get SLKR in there, and you just act like you're in a raid, and you just start ramping your damage. Just do it as many of the stuns as you can, and basic attacks, and just ramp the damage. And then by the time you get to the end, you'll have enough damage to get through him. So those are the two things that I've seen that work against that JML team. Oh, Django got an extra life from killing that Sith trooper. Alright, doing feats, no money. No currency. We didn't get any money, guys. Go in there again. Put it on auto. Go work on a different account. I only have one account and I barely play Conquest. I couldn't imagine doing multiple, so I don't blame you. Yeah, I mean, on my conquest, if I can get it done on auto, especially, I'll do it. I haven't even had time to do the auto this time around, which is embarrassing. Get busy at work, get busy with real life, and then take what you can from conquest, right? Alright, we completed that with no money again. Sadness. Not getting any currency to work on my Datacrons. Go through the shops here on my main account. Always make these purchases with the credits. Guild stuff. We want to be buying these pulse modulators, but we're out of money. Out of that shop currency. Looking for 5-speed stuff. This is decent. It doesn't have an offense main stat, but it has a ton of offense in the off stats. That's not bad. I'm not a big fan of the protection here. I feel like if you want offense, you really want offense or crit damage or at least crit chance or something up here, so I'm not going to buy that one. Buy some shock prods. Buy some Malik. Shop. I did a bunch of conversions on this account, so I'm like low on a lot of these materials, but I just stocked up on a bunch of stuff for scavenger. Alright. Let's take a look at Loquitur here. Take our free stuff. Hit up some Kairos over here. Work on... I mean, technically, Beskar Armor Mando is the next thing that I want to relic, but he's got a lot of gear left to go between him and relic, so I may actually end up getting the Dark Trooper relics first. We got to save up crystals in this account. I'm up to 10k. I've cut back on Cantina refreshes. I've cut back on some of my fleet energy spend every day, and we're just going to try to save up crystals so that the next time the Executor event rolls around, we want to be able to purchase as many shards as we can for that Executor out of the shop. Star it up the best we can. We don't have the ships to 7 stars yet, so we're not going to be able to, let's say, quote, finish the event. We'll have this one to 6 stars. This will be 6 stars. So the ships will all be at least 6 stars. So I'll get everything that I can get with 4, 5, and 6 star ships. And then we'll be waiting on, you know, Xanadu Blood will finish out, and then we'll be waiting on the IG 2000. So we'll try to get Executor to at least 4 stars, maybe 5 if we can. I don't know if we'll be able to buy it up to 5 yet. But then in the next round after that, I think for sure we'll get it to 5. And then, you know, each time it comes around, we'll try to have some crystals to keep building that ship to 7 stars. Take a long time. Be a long time to build that ship. Have you talked to Philosopher lately? I'm wondering if he's still playing his account. No, I haven't talked to him. Yeah, I wonder that too. Any thoughts on adjusting the farm plan with more conquest influence? Yeah, I mean, the best starting guide right now for me is start the account, Geos, Padme. If you don't do hyperdrive bundle, you'll want to do Phoenix in there somewhere. Sith team with Vader, Empire, Sith, whatever, get that stuff running. The Imperial Troopers just give you so much income that you need to do that. Padme is your first full relic team. Then go into SLKR. And then after SLKR, I thought Rey was good. Now, we really have to take a look at if there's a way to go from SLKR into the new fleet, and then from there into JML, or SLKR into JML and then into the fleet, one or the other. The problem with trying to do SLKR and then do JML, this was the issue on my Loquitur account. Once you get done with your first Galactic Legend, let's say that's about 9 months in if you do hyperdrive, a year in if you do non-hyperdrive, if you go straight for a Galactic Legend. Let's say it's a year. It takes you pretty much a year in a good guild to get Wampa and Hermit Yoda both unlocked. You still need Rebel Officer Leia Organa. If you've been building the Malevolence and the Negotiator, it's hard to also build Rolo. So the JML journey looks good, but there is really a lot to it. You got to have bounty hunters to get Chewbacca. You have to have Ewoks to get C-3PO. You need Jedi Training Rey, so you have to build Resistance to get Jedi Training Rey. So the amount of stuff that you have to do for the JML journey is pretty broad. So that's what I'm taking a look at, guys, to see if there's a reasonable way to make that, SLKR into the new fleet or JML and make that work reasonably. But that puts you in good shape for Conquest, if you get that build. Let's say you did get SLKR into JML. Conquest is under control for hard Conquest. Territory wars, territory battles, you've got stuff for everything. And then GAC will come along. Like I've said before, I don't think you should build specifically for GAC anymore. But building teams like that you'll automatically be successful in Grand Arena. It will come. Alright, let's see what else we need here. Guild event. Get some each of these purples. Wouldn't be bad to get the stun cuffs, but we'll leave them for now. $14 in Fleet. I didn't even play over here in Fleet. Sad. Didn't get my payout. Alright. How would you go about this? My guild is developing well. We started simming Pit and are close on AAT as well. People are active. TB is organized. But the officers keep deciding to do Hoth in light side and dark side TB. I was wondering if I should just wait or leave. Talk them into doing dark side GOTB. When I joined the Foundlings Guild, they were sticking their toe in the water on the dark side GOTB, and they're like, but just put the message out to the people in the guild to build up the Geos and Imperial Troopers or any other dark side team that can reasonably compete, and you can do fine in dark side Geo. If the officers aren't willing to commit to it, you got to go. Any guild that can qualify for dark side Geo can do fine over there. Can do fine. The Foundlings are getting like 38 watt shards or something like that now. And as a low-level guild, I would say probably 20%. If you've just got geos at a minimum for watt level, you probably drop that battle 20 to 25% of the time. You get some RNG on the fourth wave and you just lose. So if we get 38 shards, that's fantastic. That means we probably have 50 people putting their geos in there, you know? So yeah, if your guild's not willing to do it and they're not willing to try, then you just got to go. Hey DL, can Malevolence counter 5-star Executor? Malevolence can counter any Executor. I'm not good with that counter. I haven't found it to be reliable. I feel like it's a coin flip. Like, if I get the right dodge on my Imperial TIE Fighter early in the battle, then, you know, we get ahead of the Executor and we get to our ult before they get to their ult, and things are nice. If that doesn't happen and we can't control them and keep them away from their ult, then we just lose that matchup. So yeah, it can work, but I always felt the need when I was using the Malevolence to go in with a different fleet first in GAC, pull the good skills out of the Executor, and then you go in with Malevolence, and they don't have the mass assist, and they don't have the initial area effect from Xanadu Blood, and then you can more reliably beat it. It's a 2-shot, but it's more reliable if you pull some of those initial skills. Discovered that it's possible to beat a badly modded JML with Jedi Knight Revan in 3v3. Nice. Good job, Jahoy. Joy. JML just needs so much back-end stuff before hitting the requirements. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap up the stream there for the day. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you coming out to hang out with me. It's always great to chat with you guys and learn some new things and refresh my memory on some of these kits, and completely didn't realize that Krennic had a resurrect for that Death Trooper. So hey, it's always a learning experience here in GAC. Hope you guys had fun today. And remember, if you're not part of our Discord community, we've got a really nice Discord over there on the Loquitur server. Description is in the link down below. Come on over there, hang out with the crew, and chat it up with our Discord. It's a fun place to be, and you learn a lot over there. Even I learn a lot. It's fun. There's an Ask Loquitur channel. If you want to ask questions specifically of me, you can just hit me up over there. Pretty good about answering those questions timely and get you what help you need. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next Holocron.